Yo,
What
yo,
up,
yo.
fellas?
What's up,
What up,
fellas?
What's
man?
up, family? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
I'm gonna kick it off by saying I just finished season 3 of The Boys. Like I binge watched the whole season today. I took the day and watched it, and wow. I don't know if it's bad that I hadn't saw it. I'm just gonna say wow. And
It got
season 4,
real.
it's gonna get crazy. Season 4,
Right, right.
but
It's a good show.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Like I said, I don't know who
Yeah.
saw it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Same with Stranger Things. Both of those great shows. Can't wait. So talk about what everybody's been talking about today, man. It's your boy. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, here we go. Lamar Jackson. First of all, I want to say
Lamar
that.
Jackson.
Well, let's just kick off what's been going on with his contract. He hasn't been paid yet. I think
Right.
he should be paid as either any other top tier quarterback should get paid. I
But
mean,
but is he top? Is he one of the tops? Keep going
he's the
on.
top on their team. You got to pay for the talent you have. I mean, if
Right,
not him, then who?
right,
You know, I
right.
mean, everybody's get paid whether you agree with his talent. If he's top 10, he took him to what, the AFC Championship game,
Yeah,
As an MVP trophy.
MVP.
yeah.
So I think he deserves to get paid.
Right, right, right.
I
Yeah,
take it,
if Dak Prescott got that money, he definitely deserved it. He definitely should get something, something. But also, what's the battle is, what's his range? How is he going to get paid? Like, what's he going to get paid? Like, is he going to get paid like a number one quarterback, or the best quarterback, or what type of money are we talking? Because right now in the list, and I don't know if you've seen it, but they had him as like I think 15th, 16th, and as one of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So how do you pay him?
do you think he's a top? Do you think he should be higher than that? Or let's let
Uh,
we pass. So let's give him a quick chance to chime in real quick before we get into that, because I want to get his initial thought before we get into the.
I mean,
nah, yeah, go ahead, True.
no, I was gonna say for me, honestly, I just feel like the man deserves his money. At the end of the day, I feel like Baltimore is trying to lowball him.
Right,
I do have a theory of mine. I did say I didn't understand some of the moves that they made by getting rid of one of his top receivers. I mean, for me, I feel like they're trying to mess this man money up. I mean, I could be
right,
wrong. I could be
right.
overthinking it, but that's just how I feel. But I mean, MVP trophy, you know what I'm saying? He gets dubs. I mean, pay the man what he deserves. Now, what,
True.
like you said though, Nucho, what type of money he should get? I mean,
Right,
that's up in the
right,
air, but you know what I'm saying? He definitely deserves that bag though.
right, right. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Well, so go ahead. What you about to say, Nucho?
No, I was just gonna say, kind of piggybacking on what Trill said, he do deserve a contract, a nice, wholesome contract. But I think what's going on is that, with Lamar Jackson, he doesn't have an agent. His family represents him, so of course they're gonna try to make him the highest paid. I mean, in their eyes, he wants to be the highest paid quarterback. He has the MVP trophy, and I mean, so far he has performed as a first round draft pick. He definitely has performed. He came in the draft class with, who was it? Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. Who else was in that class? Sam Darnold was in that class. He's outperformed a lot of them, so he does deserve that type of money. I think what the franchise is going to do is say, "Hey, look at this list here. You're not even in the top 10. So why should we give you that type of cash?" But he deserves to be compensated. Definitely a lot of money. Honestly, with the type of money Dak Prescott got, being the highest paid quarterback for about a year, I I think he should be around that range. Like Lamar should get that type of money. That type of money. But
So,
we'll see. The franchise is gonna fight back. I think the franchise is going, like Drill said, they might be setting them up. Definitely setting them up.
you saying he should get paid second tier money as opposed to top tier? You got the top tier, which is
Yeah, I think that the family's gonna go for the top tier, but I think that the franchise is gonna try to pay him second tier type money. I think so. And I think that's only just due to his passing. He's not a top tier passer. He's an athlete, He's great running the ball, but what did Matthew Stafford have to do in that Super Bowl? He had to throw that football.
That's
You
crazy.
gotta throw
You said
that
that 'cause I was watching Skip and Shannon this morning. He said the same thing. He said when Stafford had to make that pass,
right?
It was a no look pass, but he had to make that pass.
He had to make it. He had to make that pass.
Game.
That's what you're gonna need, man.
Another interesting thing you said is his mom's is representing him. And like I said, I did a lot of watching and research more on this topic because a lot of them all said the same thing. The agents want to get paid. So they're gonna do whatever it takes for him to get paid the money he's supposed to get so they get paid.
Right.
Now, if mom's is representing you, she's going I want my baby to get top tier. It's my baby, he's top tier.
Right.
And not seeing the reality of
right.
This is where you think he should be, and this is where they're looking at him at.
Exactly.
So without having that person in your ear who wants to get paid based off what you get paid,
right,
is going to tell you what you need to hear as opposed to what you want to hear.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be interesting going forward, man. But he's not. Once again, he's going into another season without top tier weapons. So, what are we gonna expect? You know, a lot of tight end passes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they put him in a bad position, and wasn't they asked to be traded, which is crazy. It's Hollywood. I saw that Hollywood Brown wanted to be traded.
So was Bernard Pollard? Was Bernard Pollard on to something?
He's on to something because now they're good friends, but he said I got to go somewhere else. Now it could have been the offense they're running, which is run heavy offense.
That's true.
That's true. That he's not gonna get the looks, and that MVP run that he had, they had healthy running backs. They had basically had three-headed monster. They had two running backs in him. He had over 1,000 yards rushing, over almost 3,000 yards passing.
Right.
So he was doing both, and it helped. They was running the ball first.
Oh yeah,
and then throwing second. So
it make those quarterback options a lot easier when you can run that dominant. Yeah, that's true.
That's definitely true.
So I take it you guys are saying he doesn't deserve Pat Mahomes' money. Which is,
no. I don't even think he deserved Joe Burrow type money, honestly. Because Joe Burrow gonna get paid. Joe Burrow is definitely gonna get paid. Yeah.
And he's only. I think Lamar gonna get paid. He's not gonna be what he wants, and that's he can't help that. It's out his hands, like you said. They're looking at all the quarterbacks of his type before. Now, you could probably put Josh Allen in there, but Josh Allen is a better passer.
Right.
Exactly.
And then
it is what it is. He's just a
and then look at Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray haven't got it yet. So
no, but who do you think is a better pass between the two? Who you trust?
No. I definitely trust Kyler, but it's something that the Cardinals. They haven't extended him yet, so it's something that the Cardinals are like. I mean, how many playoff games Kyler Murray got? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because he was asking out there too, so that's kind of crazy that
And there's a lot of talks of them saying that he's not mature, and that's a big knock.
Right.
I want to get his money and have you the face of my franchise, and you on social media acting a fool, and
acting fool. They say he FaceTiming his girlfriend at halftime.
Look at the end of the day.
Who was doing that? Kyler?
Kyler Murray. I mean, it's a rumor, but they say at halftime he'll FaceTime his girlfriend and do this. And I mean, come on, man.
If he's up a couple points, it was up 20.
Nah, I don't want. Nah. Look, I'm going by the Brady rule, man. If Brady ain't never did it, man,
Lord.
Follow the standard.
You go.
Follow the standard, man.
Brady had Hitman though, so he was all right.
Chill. Facts.
So let's go to the other big story with that, man. So I was kind of late on the Jackson and Bernard Pollard thing, so I did, looked up videos, and when I the reaction I seen that Lamar Jackson had, I saw his reactions first. I said, "Dang, Pollard must have really went in
on
Lamar Jackson."
But
I looked up. I'm searching. Like, what did he say that nobody else has said?
Right.
No receiver wants to go there. He's not top 10 in his eyes. He said, in my opinion, he didn't say he. But at the end of his quote, I mean, his thing, he said he deserves to get top money and he deserves to get paid.
Right. I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. I mean, honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said at all. You remember Bill Polian?
Yeah.
Tore Lamar Jackson apart. Tore him apart before the draft. man, I didn't see nothing wrong with what Bernard Pollard said. We all know that Lamar Jackson is not the best passer. We know that. Our receivers, do you hear Odell saying he want to go play in Baltimore? Julio? I mean,
He's the guy
they
that's
know
going to
what
have a job.
exactly right, and it's because the type of offense that's being ran. It's because the type of offense that's being ran. So I mean, there is definitely some truth in that statement. And I think Lamar Jackson just took it a little hard. He definitely took it hard, man, because I feel like some of those comments wasn't even cause for, man. He took it. He got real personal. He got real personal with Bernard, man. He showed my boy doing the splits, man. He showed my boy doing the splits.
Right. Show me that video.
That's his fault. He shouldn't have been doing that in no man's locker room.
Yeah, that's out of bounds.
You did it on Hard Knocks on top of that. So that footage will never go away.
He looked like he was too comfortable. Like he's done that multiple times. Like,
exactly.
All right, man, do your thing, but I'm in the locker room. I don't want to see that. You doing your thing and you hit the splits too, and then you popping in the splits. Hey, man, can y'all do that outside? Do that somewhere else, man. I mean, you got hard on that. You're looking at us crazy, but
that's true.
No matter what, I mean, and Bernard Pollard was just giving his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like
he was.
And like Shannon Sharp said, he said the same thing, but he didn't come after him like that. So I guess he was hurt because it was an ex-Raven.
Right.
But,
right.
So it was,
I can see that.
But I don't know. I mean, he got. That's the thing about having people in your ear. You got your family working for you, as opposed to an agent who's probably bringing other people in and say, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. Let's handle it this way. Let's take the high road." It's Bernard Pollard. Who is he? He was respected in the NFL.
Yeah, he definitely was. Yeah,
you know, he was known for being a Patriot killer. He's
definitely a Patriot killer. Y'all go YouTube that video, man. That's a good video.
I watched that video and I had to be reminded. I mean, of course, I remember the time Brady hit, but I forgot about the
Wes Welker.
I forgot about the Ridley, about the Gronk hit. Like it's crazy.
And the Ridley
one that was crucial.
That was lifeless.
Unconscious before he hit the ground.
That's crazy.
And that's who you beefing with. Like now, people looking at you, calling you a kid, calling you a baby, saying you got a line, and this is who you're going at. You're going against. It's not, no disrespect to Pollard, but he's Pollard, bro. Like you got a million other things you should be worried about instead of beefing. And you went all the way in on this man, like.
He did, man. He did. He's an MVP, man. I think it was beneath him a little bit the way he went in. He didn't have to. He didn't have to. He could have showed him. He just show him on the field, man. Just show him on the field.
That's it. Or not respond like it's Pollard. Like who? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No disrespect, but I feel you.
Like no disrespect, but thank you for your your years you put in Baltimore, but. Cool, but at the end of his statement, he's saying he should get paid top money.
Definitely should have took the high road.
Right.
But in this age, when it comes to again going back on that social media thing, a lot of people are sensitive. You can't say certain things to people, and and to Lamar Jackson's defense, I mean, he felt like he had to defend himself at the end of the day. So I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but I feel like he should have took the high road. The man did say you did deserve your money. So, like you said, it's time to just show him.
Right. And honestly, Lamar Jackson numbers haven't been bad. Let's see his MVP year. He had 36 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. The year after that, 2020, he had 26 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Mm-hmm. And last year was a little bit of a struggle, 16 to 13 interceptions. So it's going to be a big year for him. This is going to be a big year for Lamar.
If I'm mistaken, he mixed six games.
He did. He did.
And his team was hurt. Like they didn't have a team. So
now
one thing goes. Okay, go ahead. No,
I was going to say that, but one thing about him is that his team wins because his overall record in the NFL is 37-12.
He's a winner.
Yeah, he's a winner. He's definitely a winner.
He's a winner.
He's definitely a winner. So
now I'm wondering. We talk about the type of offense they play. Now, I wonder if that's something Harbaugh realized. Okay, this is my quarterback. I know his strengths and his weaknesses. This is the offense we're going to set. This offense we're going to set right here. Occasionally, he's going to throw the long ball. When they had Hollywood Brown, we're going to throw it out to him for a 60, 70-yard touchdown. But for the most part, we're running first offense. And it's been like that since he's been there. Right. That's him knowing his strength and his weakness as a quarterback has been his coach since he's been in there.
Right. Yeah, I think they got a lot to do now. I will say this: they definitely run heavy. Even when Harbaugh had Joe Flacco, they were run heavy. Now they took a lot of deep passes. Joe
Yeah.
Flacco was slinging that ball, and maybe eventually they'll get there. But he's gonna need some type of weapons. He's gonna need some speed, something on the outside to help him out, man. And you can't
Exactly.
keep dumping to the tight end. Come on, man. You can't keep dumping to Andrews, man. I
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't
see
want him.
something.
I don't want to. I don't want him to have the Cam Newton effect, man. When I saw that clip of Cam Newton last week, when he trying to plead his case, when he said, "What did he say?"
He said, "Let's talk about the bottom 32." Man, Cam, man, Cam got crushed. That reality tough. Reality will hit you, man.
They hit him.
The NFL is so man. It changes. It changes so much, man. It changes so much. Yeah.
And it moves on. Like it move on. The game don't
move
on.
Oh yeah.
The game don't stop. That was reality. When he sat back and puffed on that cigar, I'm like, man, I'm not even top 32 anymore. All he can do is puff on that cigar.
It's tough, man. It's tough, man. He's a former MVP, former Rookie of the Year. It's tough. It's tough.
Now this is a question we didn't discuss it, but I think I'm see what we can do on the fly. We're talking about quarterbacks you think who are better than him, Lamar Jackson, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just off the top of our heads, we don't have to, look it up if you can. That's cool, but I can name. I know I could probably name 7, maybe 6.
Who you got?
I'll take over right now.
Right.
I take Josh Allen.
Of course, Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes. Now I put my own self on the spot. I like Justin Herbert better.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Hey man, I still like Stafford, man. Stafford slinging the ball, man.
Oh yeah.
Can't knock you for that.
Yeah.
That's just off the top of my head. I ain't put no real thought into it. Yeah, I was just thinking about that as we were going, and and the quarterbacks we named, I just named, are making that top tier money. I think he deserves what he's asking for at the end of the day, because if they have the money to spend, and he's not, if he's gonna be your future, it's pay him what he wants. He's gonna be
right.
Do we know what he's asking for?
That's the thing, we don't know.
No,
but whatever they probably offered him wasn't enough. He probably felt disrespect off rip because he would have been signed and been on. We wouldn't be talking about this. So they probably lowballed it first to see what they can get, see where he's standing at. And
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move on, man. I don't know. We got some NBA talk, man. That came up, man. Well, now we know it's not happening. He's going to stay in Phoenix, but I was shocked that I think that signing was a whole thing. That he knew he can get the Suns to match wherever he was going to go.
Right.
So I couldn't see him really committing to going to the Pacers. There's no upside for him going to the Pacers other than that money grab. And now as I wrote that earlier, things have changed. He's going to stay in Portland for now. Was that a good move? Phoenix. Was that a good move for Phoenix? So they let him go?
It's interesting though, because I look at it two type of ways, because I still think that it's a play that could be made for KD. So I look at it that way. Maybe he could be included in that KD play. Maybe we keep him so we can include him in the KD trade. Or if Phoenix is going to really keep him and they plan to go forward with him, they need to figure out how to get the best out of DeAndre Ayton, man. They need to figure out how to get the best out of him, because he has so much talent at Arizona, and I just don't see it no more. He's too big of a body not to be dominated like he should. Like, I feel like he should be dominating. So if Phoenix plans to keep him, they need to figure out how to get the best out of him, man. The best. Because in college, I loved him.
Do you think it's a scheme in Phoenix?
Man, it could be, but sometimes he doesn't even have a high motor to me. Like, when I watch him play, it's like he just go through the motions. He don't have a high motor to me. So I think it's a little bit of scheme, but it might be some personal stuff also.
Yeah. You think it's because I don't know if he's even the third option on that offense. You know it's gonna be CP.
Ooh.
I would say
You
he's
know
the
it's
third
gonna be
option.
Booker.
Yeah, he probably at least the
But in
third. Yeah,
some situations,
He's
he's
the
not
third
even the third though.
yeah.
They got
Yeah.
the young shooter the outside. Cam Johnson,
Cam Johnson.
who can shoot the 3 ball. It's a
Mhm.
stretch 4.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
some situations,
Yeah, I mean
Aiden's
that's just that that firepower off the bench. But I feel like Aiden's definitely that third option. The reason why I was asking about the scheme situation, Lucho, I mean, I don't think the scheme is a fit. Also, you got to
Okay.
factor in the fact that, like you said, he really doesn't have a high motor. For me, I feel like that's really the only thing he's missing. Like everything else is there. Like he's like a perfect big. But for me, honestly though, I don't know what's gonna happen with Aiden. I kind of feel what you're saying too. I feel like they might try to include him in that KD deal. So they had to secure him in order for that, for that to happen.
Right.
But I mean, Aiden, man, we seen it firsthand in Dallas. He didn't show up in that playoff series.
Didn't at all.
Times it felt like he quit. Times it felt like he just didn't, want to be out there on the court.
Exactly.
So, it's going to be interesting how that plays out for real.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. That's why I go back to the whole being a third option. That offense, Booker gonna get his shots up, and then CP, whenever he wanted to, he I don't know, he didn't do as good in that series with y'all his did series before.
Yeah.
But knowing that you are the automatic third option could play at your ego. Because he probably felt, well, I'm older than CP. I mean, I'm younger than CP. It should be me and Booker instead of always saying, oh, it's CP3 and Booker versus, what I'm saying? He's not, and that could be an ego thing. So I think that was one thing, him going to Indy. Nobody was throwing money out there. Indy, they trying to get anybody to come to Indy. So they traded Sabonis, got Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
So he definitely would have been that piece. It'd have been them two. So that'd be that 1-2 punch that he may be looking for personally. And not knowing the money is not there, and if Phoenix waiting back and see, well, go ahead and see what happens. That's all you're gonna get. What match that'll bring you back over? You'd be our third piece.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I definitely want to see, because worst case scenario, they don't get KD and they keep Ayton. I just want to see. I want to see him elevate, man, because he could be the key piece to them getting over that hump. He definitely can. He could be that key piece to get them over the hump. But we got to see it. We definitely got to see it. Yeah, I keep it clean, man.
Nice grand piano.
Nice piano in the back. Oh, this side, okay, yeah.
But no, man. That ego could be like you said. It could be a trade. I didn't think about that till y'all just said that it'd be a trade piece. Sign them back, trade them all because now I think everybody's trying to get that one package they can get to trade for KD. And Phoenix have a good shot, especially hearing that Phoenix is one of his top 3 teams.
Right.
There you go. Now, I also did hear that they are trying to package. I hate to say it, the Warriors can have a nice package to give to the Nets to bring KD back, and that Draymond has been talking to KD, so they're still good friends. I know we all hate it.
Yeah.
I said on the previous episode, if the Warriors are really interested, that's the package I would take. I'm not taking the Phoenix deal. I'm not taking no LA deal. I'm taking the Warriors package. If you can give me Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, some picks, I mean, I'm going with that package all day. So if they are serious about
Wiseman
that,
also.
Wiseman, right? If that is serious, if they serious about it, that's definitely the package I would go with, hands down.
Right.
I just think they're waiting to see where the chips fall with Kyrie because that deal hasn't been made yet, and they still got time to do it. But
and I'm hearing that the Nets are working on the KD deal before the Kyrie deal. They want to get the KD deal done before they do the Kyrie deal. So
really,
that's going to be interesting. Now, did you also hear what my boy Dragic said?
No,
about the Mavs.
Boy Dragic, Dragic in Brooklyn. He said that it was all about stats and personal accomplishments.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah. With who? He was saying about KD?
With KD and Kyrie, both of them.
Kyrie.
Say it wasn't no team. It was more all about personal stats and yeah.
Of course, we trust Dragic. Didn't he say he was going to y'all and went somewhere else? Yeah, we take his word for it.
No, I trust Dragic. Man. He was the captain with the Miami Heat, man. I trust him.
All right. So yeah, we still waiting to see what those two gonna do, man. Now this is one that I know our boy Horace was talking about, man. Well, yeah. So another package I saw was possibly, Donovan for KD, and then I saw Donovan Mitchell possibly getting, a package to send him to New York.
The Knicks or Brooklyn?
New York Knicks.
That could be interesting. I mean, that could be interesting. I mean, I don't think that Donovan is enough to get over the hump, but I mean, it's a fresh start. Maybe he could get some more people there. Also, the former point guard from the Mavericks is there also too, right?
Exactly.
Bronson. Yeah, Bronson. So, I mean,
yeah, I don't know how that would be a fit as a 1-2. I mean, they both the same height, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. Both 6'1". Like,
so what are you gonna do with that?
I don't see how that's gonna work out.
Right.
You can definitely build from that. You
could build,
Definitely could build from it, and I think that's probably the Knicks' mindset.
Here we go.
What up, Mar?
What up, though? Marv at work, man. So I just wanted to pop in on y'all for a second while I had a second.
All right, cool.
Interrupted me. But what's up, my boy?
What up?
So, Mar, we're talking about
Donovan Mitchell and the Knicks right now.
On the Knicks?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even hear that. I haven't heard you but a buck. But that's interesting. Who did they give up for him?
Well, no, it didn't happen. It's a rumor. One of the big rumors.
It's a rumor right now.
Oh, that'd be.
How you feel about the Brunson Mitchell backcourt?
About Brunson, what?
The Brunson and Donovan Mitchell backcourt. The 6-1 backcourt.
They gonna give up a lot of points. But they better be able to put some up.
He is right. You know you're right. You're right.
Oh man, they get know you already, Marv. They get know.
Hey man, I know what, man.
Marv, okay, Marv. Why you in here? I don't know how much time you got. Let's get to that topic. Let's get to the topic you brought up the other day, man. Well, I think Troy brought it up too. Rasheed Wallace, could he be top 5 right now if he was in the league?
Prime
Rasheed. Yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all who I think he is an example of, and y'all tell me if y'all think this fits. I think he is Aiden, but with a much better 3-ball, and probably a little better defense in the on the post.
From Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm trying to picture that.
He gives me. I don't think there's nobody in the league like Rasheed right now, man. Honestly.
I got somebody. I would say this person. He reminds me of him. I think Rasheed's probably a little bit better as far as like shooting wise, but I would say Rasheed Wallace was in today's league. He would be a little bit better than a Julius Randle.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. That's a little bit more fit. Because Rasheed could shoot that 3 too.
Yeah.
Because I was.
But
go ahead.
I feel like his rebounder was better than Randle, and probably post defense.
Well, I was thinking that. So my thinking was this. When I first heard about this, I was like, well, who can we compare it to? He was what, 6'10"? 6'10".
They had him, 6'10", 6'11".
More of a stretch shooter. So we don't see when we see him now, but a lot of guys his height, and that like I'm thinking that. So all the people that came to my mind, all those who can handle the basketball. You got Joker who can handle the rock, who can be that point forward. KD, Giannis, they all not stationary. She was more spot up post shooter. So
that's why I don't think he'll be top 5.
This league you can be top 5 because if that's all you're doing his post shooting and getting rebounds.
Right.
I mean,
you coming off the bench.
Yeah. Joker at least handle the ball. He seen him playing point guard, inbounding all the time.
I think he would at least
We ain't
be a
gonna say
starter
coming off
in
the
today's
bench.
league. But
No, I didn't say
ain't
come
gonna
off
say
the
that.
bench. I don't want to say come off the bench,
No,
but
Nuto said coming off the bench.
oh.
I would
That's
say
why
at
I'm
least
like,
a
no.
starter, but no, hell no, no top five. Iggy
Yeah.
was tripping with that one. I mean, I don't know what he was on when he said that,
Yeah.
or what he was thinking about, but no disrespect to Seed. I love
No
Seed,
disrespect.
but
No,
not
he
top
was
five.
he was in the right place at the right time with the kind of offense he played.
He'll be Pascal Siakam with a jump shot.
Mm.
No, his defense wasn't like Pascal. Pascal got the defense though.
Pascal got
had a
perimeter
little D.
defense.
Yeah.
Pascal got perimeter defense.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can guard.
Rasheed don't
He
have
was in that
perimeter
post.
defense.
But she was in that
Post
post.
defense.
Yeah.
She played in the right area at the right time.
He did. He did.
Exactly.
He did.
Him,
He
the
did.
Zebos, all them. They all in the
Zebo couldn't jump. He gave you 15 pump
Al
fakes before he
Jefferson,
shot the ball.
And still got buckets. He still got buckets.
He got buckets.
Zebo still got a
There's no doubt about that. I just think that even when you saw him in the Portland team, like you know what I'm saying, in the Portland, Atlanta for a day, the Pistons, he was always give me the ball and we back down. I kick it back out, not kick it back out, back down again. That was him.
Right.
You know, he gets some boards. I think him playing with Ben Wallace helped his career out in the end a lot. So it took away from not having to guard the best big man, on the team.
True.
So I think he definitely played in the right time and right area. So
I like Rasheed though, man. He's one of my favorites. Nothing to take away from Rasheed. He's one of my favorite NBA players. When I really was watching basketball tough, I like Rasheed, man.
He wouldn't. I don't think he'd be top 20. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Not top 20. Man.
Game's too fast, man. Too fast.
It is. He was, he slowed the offense down because that's the defense. That's the defense the Pistons played too. There was a slow down, half court offense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Ain't no knock against him. He's still one of the best.
Oh yeah, he is.
Just not now.
Right.
All right, since I skipped that one, we'll come back to this one right here. Boy, I saw this tape earlier. I saw the clip. It's one thing reading it, but when you see that anger Ray Allen had in his eyes when he was talking to young boys, saying,
that's the only problem I had with it, bro. Ray Allen looked like he was taking that personal, bro, and then left him and just walked off.
It just walked off.
There's something going on with that. It's definitely something going on with that. Like he really did take it to a heart. My thing is, you all in your feelings about LeBron, but you sure did go to Miami to go get that ring with that young man too.
He did,
but that should let you know that I would take his opinion more valid though, because he played with him, and he also played in the era before him. So you got a lot to say. So I would take his word.
It's just the way that he came across.
It was the delivery. It was the delivery for me. Like I don't have nothing wrong with what he said. I don't have nothing wrong with what he said, but it was the delivery. It was like damn, bro. Like
calm down.
Okay, Alan. Okay.
I mean, the thing with me is with the LeBron versus
No, I got an Amber Alert. I'm sorry, y'all. True, you about to get one soon.
My biggest thing about that is the Jordan fans are always going to be Jordan fans. You can't tell them nothing. You can't talk to them, and that's fine.
Right.
And the LeBron fans will be LeBron fans when it comes to the GOAT situation. They don't want to. It's so divided that they can't even sit down and talk. And I think that's what it is. I think, and then number two, Ray Allen is still signed on the Jordan label. Like he's still.
Oh yeah, you got to take up for boss. Yeah.
he still get paid in the Jordan contract. So, they're always gonna take up for.
It was. I get the message. It was just more of the delivery for me, man. Ray Allen really seemed like he was trying to have something to prove, and just the way he walked off after he said it, he just was like, all right. I'm out. You know, but
yeah, I mean, his little kids, you know, he's a young guy. You didn't explain nothing to him. You say he's the best
right,
passer, no. He's the best dribbler, no. And then walked off.
yeah,
Like, who is
right.
Jordan?
Can't
Like,
and can't shoot free throws.
yeah,
You
I'm
know what
like,
I'm saying?
well,
Can't shoot the three.
yeah, like, but I don't know.
Yeah,
And that's another thing. Like Jordan, like Horace said, Jordan was the best 3-point shooter. He shot him when he had to shoot them, but he wasn't putting threes. And LeBron later on in his career now is shooting more threes because he's adjusting to his game. You know, he's almost 40.
right,
He can't go
right,
dunk on every dude he come down the court with. He can't be like
right,
he was,
right.
you know, 05. But
Right, and he did have 1 year in Miami where he shot over 40%. So I mean,
so
Well,
that's a
you know,
plus.
they say back in Jordan era, like if you shot three threes a game, that was like a lot. So you
Right,
know, that's why Jordan didn't take those threes, and that's why his 3-point percentage is what it is. And his lifetime 3-point percentage is 33%, which is still
right,
average.
right,
It ain't
right.
bad.
Hey, what was funny though was the
Go.
backlash Ray Allen got. Man, they posted videos of LeBron blocking his shots, like a whole compilation of just LeBron blocking Ray Allen's shot. It was funny. It was funny, man.
So kind of piggybacking off that, man. So I'm gonna put you guys on the spot, man. Again, random viz here. Who is y'all's GOAT? Y'all personal GOAT?
Who want to kick it out?
I mean, I kick. Go ahead, Mar.
It's Michael Jordan, 6 rings, defensive MVP, scoring champ, title, all in the same year. You know, led the league in steals before. That man's the GOAT on both sides of the ball. Well,
Right.
not the GOAT on both sides of the ball, but he played both sides of the ball at an elite level.
Right, right. I'm a LeBron fan at heart. But I still say Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Michael Jordan's the GOAT. I hate when people argue that point or try to compare him. Like Michael Jordan's the GOAT, man. You can't take nothing away from him. So, and I'm a LeBron fan at heart, but I know LeBron flaws. I've been watching LeBron. I know when it's late in the game, he don't like getting to that free throw line and shoot. Michael Jordan will take that. Michael Jordan will take them free throws with no problem. So. And I'm a LeBron fan at heart, but Michael Jordan's the GOAT. He definitely the GOAT in my eyes.
I mean, same for me too. I'm definitely a LeBron fan all day long. It's tough defending for LeBron. I mean, it really is.
It is.
Especially
it's
when
tough.
you compare him to Jordan. But like I tell people, the fact that you're getting compared to Jordan
Right.
is the ultimate
Right.
compliment in my books.
Right.
But I mean, all day long, man, it's Jordan. I mean, 6 rings. Like Marv said, led the league in steals. You know, two-way player all day long. He was just a walking bucket, man. So I mean, all day long, it's definitely Jordan, man. No question, it's definitely Jordan.
And another quick note, I had just had this argument yesterday with a young fella came in here about 20 years old, saying that LeBron. That's why my coworker's laughing now. Said that LeBron was the GOAT because he averaged 30 points and he has a longer prime than Jordan. And I said, Jordan averaged 30 points like 7 or 8 times, about 6 times in a row. So what are we talking about? He didn't have nothing to say. He just had to leave with his head back.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not here for the LeBron hate, man. Oh yeah, Kobe, Isaiah, D-Wade, T-Mac. It's not a bad list. I look at it like this.
Now, Kobe lost me when he snitched.
Hey man, chill. Hey man. You see what's behind me. I'm not going for this Kobe stuff.
I see it, man. You need to put a rat up there.
Hey man, that's off the court. If anything, we can talk about Jordan getting his pops killed. Oh, I don't talk about that.
Whoa.
All right, so let's keep it on the court.
Allegedly. That was alleged.
Allegedly.
Well, we know that Kobe was a fact though.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Okay, so yeah, of course, man. We all grew up in the same area. Watching Jordan was a whole different breed. We saw an animal out there, man, and And for the people who didn't see Jordan, that documentary helped out tremendously. I watched it not too long ago, and just seeing how he was, man, that man was a competitor in every aspect. He was playing quarters with the security guard, and he lost to them. Was getting mad like, oh no, come on, let's play that back, run that back. Yeah, I'm not gonna play Delonte West.
Chill.
Yeah, man, but LeBron is something like we haven't seen though. You know what I'm saying? LeBron came in at 18. We saw him come in at 18, doing what he did. Man, like one of the best passers at 6'8", 250, doing what he did, man. We saw him. And like you said, it wasn't as the Jordan did, because Jordan, like you said, that's the one thing Jordan fans bring up. He was 6-6 in the finals. I'm so tired of that. They'll never point out Jordan flaws. Like he's in the playoffs a bunch of times. Yeah, he was 6-6 in the finals. You know, don't tear down LeBron because the Jordan was 6-6. This man was in the finals, what, 9 straight times?
Yeah.
So it can be, it be two. You had two coaches. You had to have one.
Because I think for the younger crowd, man, that didn't get to see Jordan play like that. I mean, from where LeBron come from, being the number 1 high school player, getting drafted by his home team, and then just holding down, being that number 1 player, that's different. So I mean, now like how many people can we say that came in as the number 1 overall draft pick and just really had a supreme run for that long? It ain't too many. Too many.
And still
so that's why,
by the way,
and still doing it
at a high level. On top of that,
and just became a billionaire. On top of that, so
on top of that,
and haven't had and haven't had not one blemish except for that Delonte West, supposedly.
Yeah, man,
we ain't gonna talk about that. But
that's somebody brought up a good point in the comments. Why is that? Why do people compare Jordan and LeBron and not Kobe and Jordan? When if you look at it, Kobe was a mirror image of Jordan, and he's only 1 ring off. Why do y'all think that is?
That's true.
Well, because we know, I start with that because we knew that Kobe loved Jordan so much that he imitated him more than was a competition. Like he competed with him in the All-Star game. He loved that, but he took it more as I'm playing against my mentor more than anything. He wanted to beat him, and we saw at Kobe's funeral that Jordan said that Kobe was calling him every day. So it was more of he was wanting to be like him, than beat him. We can go on YouTube right now and watch highlight tapes, and they show mirror for mirror.
Him doing his moves. Kobe moves. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So that was my opinion. I mean, everybody has. That's just what I seen.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just say, eye test. Jordan was exciting to watch. LeBron's exciting to watch also. Don't get me wrong, but Jordan, you knew who was taking that shot.
Same with Kobe, and that's why I love it because Kobe. When Jeremy Lin didn't pass from that ball, look, he gave Jeremy Lin. Like, okay, all right, we'll talk afterwards. Thank God he hit the shot, because if he didn't,
Kobe would have ripped his head off on the court.
Right.
And that's what I love about Kobe and Jordan is the tenacity that they played with and the respect they demanded, and they just always wanted to rip your heart out. Like, they wasn't gonna leave it to no other player. I want to rip your heart out. I want to end you tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's GOAT stuff to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Kerr definitely will take the shot. Steve Kerr said,
"Nah, man, that was one series, man.
Steve Kerr was with it.
That was one series, man."
But yeah, man. So that's gonna be a debate that's gonna live on forever, man. The Kobe versus Jordan versus LeBron, which I don't think it's a real debate, man, because they're two different.
No. That's just been built up by social media, man. The ESPN's finding something to debate about, man, because there's really no comparison. Man.
Like Gunn said, if you got to be compared to somebody, why not be compared to
Jordan?
And even if, like, I'll say it, LeBron. I feel like LeBron is the GOAT of his era for sure, hands down.
Right.
But you know, I just don't think he's better than Jordan.
Right.
Well, what exactly is LeBron's era? Because
the 2000s and up. When he come in, what 2003?
Yeah,
2003.
Yeah. About that 2000s and the last 20 years basically.
Hold on now. We got to talk about that a little bit because there's another dude, number 8 and number 24, played in them areas. So.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that.
Hold on
I
now.
hear
You can't
that.
call him
I
go
hear
that
that.
era.
We got to say that.
Well, I'll tell you this. Okay, well, let's say from 2010 forward, it's been LeBron.
I'll give you that.
He is definitely.
Okay. That's
Kobe
better. My bad. My bad, Kobe.
I mean, just disrespectful. You just ask me.
My bad, Kobe.
Give him
Kobe was.
I
in
do
his
want to
prime.
say something
What
real
was Kobe's
quick.
last?
Just about the whole LeBron era. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm LeBron all day, but I think Steph Curry could make an argument for that at this point. When it comes to the best in the era, I mean, we gotta look at Curry.
We do. Well, we look at Curry. Can we put backslash KD next to it?
Nah.
Why not?
Because KD went to Curry's team.
Exactly.
Curry didn't go to OKC.
And then he won after he left.
What door are you in?
That's true. But I mean, I still feel like it was a necessary evil, man. They both helped each other. They both definitely helped each other. Because they reckon LeBron's legacy. I tell you that. They reckon LeBron's legacy.
All right, 14.
KD and Curry reckon LeBron's legacy, man.
I don't know if they wrecked it. Because I mean,
it would have looked a lot better. He ain't have to go up against them.
But does that heighten LeBron's legacy because he took?
If you can add on some more of them championships, of course.
Well, I'm saying you're saying it wrecked his legacy, but it took two monsters,
right?
With 3 other monsters to defeat him.
Man.
So if anything, I think that helps his legacy because look what you had to do to beat him.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I know, but the haters not gonna look at it like that. I get what you said, but the haters ain't gonna look. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, man, KD came down, hitting shots all in LeBron's face."
And KD it did look like that to the casual, LeBron hater.
Yeah.
Warriors. Especially the Warriors fans just became Warrior fans in 2010. 2012. I can't stand them.
Oh yeah, boy. Yeah.
But that can't. Steph is definitely interested in bringing the conversation because this is what he did in the short and coming from where he came from. Like I don't think nobody thought he'd be this person coming from Davidson, this little scrawny kid. Always came in with ankle injuries. Like I didn't think his longevity would last as long.
Right.
Because they were saying his ankles are weak. He's always hurt, but now he's one of the best. No doubt, he's the best shooter we ever seen.
Ever.
Four-time champion, 5-time, 4-time,
four-time
champion. Finally got his MVP,
Finals MVP.
Which, man, that was tough because LeBron should have got the first one. No, he lost. I was gonna say that. I never heard 2 conversations where a loser of final should have got the MVP, and I think Jerry West got the first one. That's
right.
But yeah. They gave Andre $1. They had to give it to somebody. Who would give it to you? $1. Well, what do you do? LeBron still have 40 points a game. Still have 40 points a game.
He slowed them down.
I want to ask Mara something, but like he's snitching.
Yeah, Mara,
that traffic, man.
He telling the cross guards where to go.
Yeah, he bought that walkie out. Somebody gets snitched.
Right. Uh-oh.
Nah, I brought that walkie out because they loaded my trailer run. It's heavy on one side. Can't go down the road like that.
Okay.
Real quick, so hilarious. While we got you in here, man.
What up?
We talked about Lamar Jackson, man. Give us your take on Lamar, man, while we got you. Before you snitch on somebody else.
You talking about the Pollard situation?
Well, yeah. First, do you think he deserved the money he's asking for? We don't know what he's asking for. Does he deserve top tier?
He deserves Dak Prescott money. What is that, Dallas guys? What
Well, at one point, Dak was the number one. Right now, I think he's like 3 or 4. So, yeah, it's been a lot of
Dak
contracts
don't-
that.
Dak don't have an MVP.
Let me ask y'all something real quick. Do y'all think Dak deserved the contract he got?
No,
I do.
I didn't.
Okay, let's elaborate on that real quick. That's interesting. Well, hold on. Let's get Mara take.
Well, yeah, let's get Mara take.
Okay. I'm gonna say real quick how I feel on that too is I think Dak does deserve that money because of the market that he's in. That's why I think he got paid that money. And then as far as Lamar, I think he should be in that ballpark because he's got an MVP on his resume. Like, let's not. I think the NFL is getting caught up in the way Lamar looks and the way he talks and speaks, and that shouldn't matter. It's what this man is doing on the field. He out there balling. He done took your team as far as he could take them, thus far as far as he could, and he been showing out. He been dang near winning the division every year. I think he had one or 2 years where he didn't win it, but you know what I'm saying? He been balling out.
So you think it's a racial thing?
I think it's because he doesn't fit the profile of a. He's not even Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have that quarterback.
He's
he
definitely
don't carry
the hood.
himself like that.
He's definitely the hood is quarterback we got.
In the league.
I mean, but also Russell Wilson is a better passer than him too, though.
That's
yeah,
true.
but I'm just talking about but he's not a better runner than him. Like, I mean, it's stuff that he can do that Russ can't do. He's not running for 2,000 yards.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't think about the racial thing because the way he looks is reason why. I mean, it's part of the reason why he's okay. That's interesting. I haven't looked. It took me on guard. I haven't looked at that tape because I thought, well, that's crazy to me to think that the NFL is past that, but no, they're not past that. And that can make a lot of sense. The fact that
he's the face of the franchise, and they probably don't like the fact that he's hood.
Cody.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's jump back on that Dak Prescott train because that was interesting. Y'all had two different things about that one.
Yeah. Man, Dak to me is still such a mystery, man. Like I just feel like Dak is still such a mystery. And I mean, we got to look at it also. Of course, the year that Dak was in that contract negotiation, I believe that was the year we started off. We did not have. Amari Cooper to me kind of saved Dak's career, bro, a little bit. Like once we got Amari Cooper, Dak started looking like a better quarterback. Now, still the problem to me with Dak is that he's not consistent. He's up and down. He's up and down, man. My boy CeeDee Lamb only had one catch in the 49ers game, man. Only one catch. Now, he did win us that game against the Seattle. We did win that game against Seattle in the playoffs, Dak, and he showed out. He played well that game. Now, as far as the market price, you had to pay him that type of money. According to the market, you had to pay him that type of money. But is he deserving of it? We lost to the Jets, man. I would never forget that year. We lost to the Jets. I would never forget that, man. We lost to the Jets. So I'm still not sold on Dak, man. I need to see more from him. I mean, and last year he had one of his best seasons. 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. But I mean, we still got bounced out by the 49ers, man. So I don't know, man. I'm still not completely.
So we didn't had this conversation when it comes to Cowboys with us being, you know what I'm saying, the Cowboy fans on the show. Right. We know it was especially last year. Let's look at last year. We know it was killing more than anything. Well, for me personally, I feel like it was more of the offense. And I feel like it was more killing, more not calling, certain plays and, doing certain things. Like Dak Prescott to me is a running quarterback. You need to be rolling him out. They never put him on rollouts. But to answer the question, I mean, I feel like he deserved the contract. At the end of the day, he can win in the NFL. He is a leader in the NFL. So, I mean, I feel like he deserved the contract. I feel like it was a good contract for him to have. Now, for me, also, I want to say this too. this year coming up is definitely
crucial
year for me. It's
crucial
definitely a year for him.
It's crucial.
I need to be in that at least the NFC Championship game.
Exactly,
I
man.
need
Exactly, because I'm tired of playing decent. He plays decent in the regular. I mean, he plays well in the regular season, but some of those games, like the Denver Broncos game last year, I was like, bro, who is this? Like, what's going on? So, like, he plays well enough to keep a job, but the type of money he making, we need to see that. We need to see that elevation, man. We need to see it.
I agree with that.
We need to see it, man. And like I said,
like this is the year. Like for me,
right?
Personally, you need to be there. Like you need to make some noise this year.
Right.
That's the whole thing about these quarterbacks getting more and more money every year, and like you gotta pay them the money.
You gotta pay them.
How they gonna perform? But then
I understand that.
If not them, then who? That's always my question.
And that's true. That's true. Because if you don't pay Dak, what do you do? And you're not finding no starting quarterback in the free agency. You're not finding. I mean, yeah, you could go to the draft, but that's hit or miss. I mean, the number 1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, is now with the Carolina Panthers. So that quarterback possession is hit or miss. Now, Dak, he can maintain a job. He can hold the job down. He'll give you enough. He'll give you enough to be like, okay, come on back next year, son. He'll throw you them 37 touchdowns. You'll be like, yeah, okay. You can win with him, but it's just something. I don't know if it's the offense that's not clicking, but we need that playoff performance.
It was a combination of the offense not clicking, and then on top of that, I don't feel like he was 100% healthy. I really feel like his that leg injury kind of hurt him a little bit too. I mean, it had that same torque on his passes. You know, he couldn't move around in the pocket like he did. So
you saw that in training camp.
Like I was saying, for me, this is second year removed from that injury. This is the year. This is definitely the year. Because I mean, if he don't get it done this year, he's gonna be taking a lot of heat from Cowboys Nation, and myself included. So
this is the big year.
What's your definition of getting it done? Super Bowl?
Like I said, at least
the NFC Championship, man. Yeah, but you cannot make them playoffs and get bounced out in the first round and think we should be looking like, well, next year, we're gonna go again. We're like, nah, bro. Like, nah. And this year is gonna be even tougher for him because, I mean, you're creating a new number 1 option with CD Lamb. Amari Cooper's gone. Our receiving core is young as hell. I feel like we probably got one of the youngest receiving cores because everybody's either, CD Lamb's new, the rookie we just drafted. Everybody's new. So, man, and then Michael Gallup, he won't be here until week 8. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a real big make or break year, man. And this also might be our last year with Zeke also. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, it might be Zeke last year, man.
Yeah, man. Give my boy Tony Pollard, man. Give him some more touches,
man. But like they say, man, running backs don't get better the older they get. they don't get better, man.
You see a lot of pictures of him working out, though. You're gonna get them pictures of him working out.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're gonna get them pictures. Yeah, the Cowboys
real quick. I forgot this. I just want to get y'all real quick opinion on this. Dame's staying important for that extension. He's set to make in 3 years from now, he's set to make $67 million.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's how the market's gonna be in 4 years from now, but that's crazy. 67. Right. But he's choosing to stay in Portland for now. Yeah. Let's get y'all honest opinions real quick.
Yeah.
Momo, can I get a copy?
Okay, Mark.
I'm first. I know.
No, we listen to the walkie-talkie.
Listen to the walkie-talkie.
Oh, my bad. No, we're doing the podcast, sir. But
my thing, when it comes to now, who are we talking about now? Mark, you messed me up.
Dave Lillard.
He's big on wanting to win in Portland. He's definitely big on winning in Portland, but I look at a player like Dirk Nowitzki. Shout out my boy Dirk. Dirk took plenty of pay cuts in hopes of him getting talent around him for him to win. Dame taking that money. It's like you say you want to win in Portland, but it's like, how can you build? You taking this money like that?
And taking this money. That's true.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Because that's true too, Trio. Like Dirk held it down, but he took the Tom Brady route. He took pay cuts and he kept a team together. If you look at that roster that won that championship, man, they were so dang loaded they were loaded. And they were old, but they were loaded and they got the best out of them. But yeah, Dame might just might be all about his money, man, because he's not recruiting nobody to come to Portland. I know he hollered at KD. He did holler at KD, but Dame just stacking up.
That's the thing. He's talking about, shout out to people who stand and making it work, but you stand and making it work, but you robbing your team, number one.
Right.
And like you said, maybe he needs to be number. And then we talking about people. You see, Harden took a pay cut. I don't know the whole number. I know he took a $15 million.
Yeah, like $15 million. Yeah.
That's another player on the roster who can help that team.
Right.
Exactly.
So you say you want to stay there and build, but get your money. By all means, get your money. But
don't say you want to win a championship in Portland,
right?
And take that amount of money.
Yeah,
$67 million.
Yeah, it don't add up for what he said.
Right.
Like, I want to win in Portland, blah blah blah. But then you take the largest contract ever, and it don't make no sense. And you don't have no help. He might as well leave if he really want to chip.
Yeah,
because they got an
I bet for Dame leaving.
They got an up and coming with Simons, but he's not going to stay. I'm pretty sure he's not going to stay there.
Right. But you need to go grab one of them.
Simons just signed an extension too, I believe.
Oh, did he?
I believe he did.
Yeah, he did. He did when it first started in free agency.
And then they just traded for they got Grant and then
Jeremy Grant.
Maybe he say something that we don't see. I just don't see it on paper.
Well, on paper, let's talk about it. So on paper, they got Anthony Simmons, Dame, Nurkic, Grant, and who else?
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. Exactly. That's
see the boys who just won the championship. They're getting stronger. Them boys come back healthy with younger boys.
Right.
Wiseman looks great. Did y'all see that?
Yes. That's them young boys. Some league look. They're some league now, but they look good. Them young boys out there hooping, and that's all everybody's talking about. Is how them Warriors young boys are hooping and how they gonna get better, and they could be trade bait to get KD back. Who knows? The Warriors. It's the Warriors league. We just all in.
Yeah, sad to say, but true. Sad to say, but true.
They said they was gonna be back, and but that's all we got today, fellas. Man, we already way over an hour, man. Shout out to everybody who popped in. Shout out to Moan, the guys again for getting us platform, man. Check out the anyandeverything.com, man.
My boy Brooks holding it down.
Yeah,
shout out that boy Brooks. Nike, Giannis. Everybody Valley.
They said Mar break Ben over.
He a new driver, but he an old driver.
That trailer ain't gonna make it, Mar.
I got a lot to say. Hey, when this show is over, I'm finna get on Mar behind, bro. Bro, we're doing the podcast and you doing all what you're doing, bro. Walkie-talkies going off, directing traffic, bro. You doing the most right now. You doing the most.
We gotta hear somebody get that coffee to whoever asked for that coffee, bro.
Nobody asked for coffee. I don't do that. Somebody That's not part of my resume. That's not on my resume. All right, man. We about
to hold on, bro. All right, man. We out, man. Again, man. Check out the podcast, anything.com, man. Check out the
fun. Y'all subscribe, share the page, man. Keep supporting.
Like
one love, man.
Support. Thanks for all the support we got, man. The numbers are growing more and more. Like I said, we appreciate everybody checking us out, man. We out.
All right, y'all. Appreciate it.